Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! I'm bringing threes to Chad for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho! There you go, Chad. 2 threes for Christmas.
All right, now, thank you, Santa. Thanks a lot, Santa.
All right, enough of that. But it is Christmas. Christmas morning. And gee, I hope that means less traffic than the regular middle of the week Wednesday. It's gotta. It's just gotta. Oops. Hang on. Okay. Had to get things squared away here. So it's also day 3 of Christmas week, Chad. It's Chad's favorite day, day 3.
All right, now, day 3. Best day of all.
That's right, Chad. We're going to listen to part 3 of the Mad Music Show Christmas special from 2005 with the final top 3.
Top 3, all right, now.
But before we do that, let's listen to a little bit of K-Earth 101's commercial-free Christmas music that they're doing until noon today. We've been doing it since, I think, 6 o'clock last night or something. So they got a whole bunch of Christmas stuff they're playing, so let's use some of that to get us started. And then we'll get into Captain Wayne after I get on the freeway. So I'm just turning it on. It might be in the middle of a song for all I know. This is live on DJ Dashcam.
Hey, Danny D, I can't see anything.
Yeah, I know, Chad. The window's a little foggy on your side, but it'll clear up. Just give it a minute or two. I don't want to use the wiper because then it'll make a mark. And I just finished wiping the mark from the rain off of there. And then it fogged back up, but the fog should clear and then we'll have a clear view. Just need to pick up a little speed here to clear it off. Let's see, maybe we can figure out what that guy did wrong yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video and you saw the guy that went up and over the curb, crashed his truck up here. Just trying to think of how he might have done that. Because it was past the stop sign, so I don't know, maybe he ran the stop sign and he was going so fast around this curve that he went up and over, not this lamppost here, but the next lamppost right here. He ended up between that and the wall. I just don't know how he did that. All right, enough talk. this, and if you watched the video I did last night on Christmas Eve, you'll know that that was the last song that I listened to before I finished the video. And here it is, the first song that I hear going back. So it's kind of a continuation, really. It's kind of like, you know how in Star Wars they have episode 1, 2, 3, and then they had Rogue One that led into episode 4? Yeah, that's right, I'm comparing myself to Star Wars. Sorry, now I've messed up the beginning of the next song. So I don't know whether I should turn the volume back up or just kind of wait it out. This is nice. This is a nice open freeway. The way I love to see it every day at this time. But of course, it can't be. It'll be like this again probably on New Year's Day next week. But after that, it'll be back to the same old, yeah. So let's enjoy it for now. This time tomorrow, it's probably going to be pouring rain. And I'm hoping that people take tomorrow and maybe even Friday off. Friday I don't care about because I won't be driving home in it. But it'd be nice if people take tomorrow off too. And it's like this tomorrow when I have to deal with the rain. I'm sure there are a lot of people that are doing that. Oh, I just can't get over how beautiful this feels. A nice open freeway like this. Don't feel any intimidation coming up from behind you or on the sides. Alright, let's see what else. I'm just probably going to play one or two more of these songs, then I'll get into Captain Lane. there, because you can't get any better than that, because I was just saying it would be nice if it was like this every day. And that's why I wish it was Christmas every day, so we would have the roads like this. But I just want to get started with Captain Wayne here. I don't want to get too far gone because this is going to take an hour. I do have to stop for gas, but I have to make sure we have enough road to fill the songs. So let's go.
Christmas donkey, la la.
Start again.
And welcome everyone to episode 10 of the Mad Music Hour for Christmas Eve 2005. A three-part podcast of mad music and silly stuff brought to you each week on the madmusicarchive.com. I be your host, Captain Wayne.
Oh no, the pirate ghosts are back. Murdered by pirates is good.
This week, our third and final Christmas show of the year.
Christmas was on its way. Lovely, glorious, beautiful Christmas around which the entire kid year revolved.
And our first song goes out to Peter Chuck in East Rutherford, New Jersey. He's our birthday boy of today. And My Birthday Comes on Christmas by Spike Jones.
I got a drum, I got a horn, they gave me a bicycle just for being born. But I'm only getting half of what I oughta, 'cause my birthday comes on Christmas. I got a train, I got a gun, they gave me a spacesuit, that should be lots of fun. But I'm only getting half of what I oughta, 'cause my birthday comes on Christmas. Gee, but it's tough to be a kid like me. But I guess there is nothing I can do, 'cause all of the stuff beneath the Christmas tree has to count for my birthday too. I get so mad at Mom and Dad of all of the days that they picked to have me had, and they only give me half of what they oughta, 'cause my birthday comes on Christmas. Oh, gee, but it's tough to be a kid like me. But I guess there's nothing I can do, 'cause all of the stuff beneath the Christmas tree has to count for my birthday too. Oh, I get so mad at Mom and Dad of all of the days that they picked to have me had, and they only give me half of what they oughta, 'cause my birthday comes on Christmas. Why does my birthday have to come on Christmas?
Hey, jingity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jingity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic, the cutest little donkey, you'll never see him kick. When Santa visits his paisans with Dominic, he'll be, because the reindeer cannot climb the hills of Italy. Hey, jiggity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jiggity jing, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Jingle bells around the street and presents on the sled. Hey, look at the maze derby on top of Dominic's head. A pair of shoes for Louie and a dress for Josephine. The label on the inside says they're made of broccoli. Hey, jiggity jing, it's Dominic the donkey. Jiggity-jig, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. Children sing and clap their hands and Dominic starts to dance. They talk Italian to him and he even understands. Kumbaras and kumbaras do they dance out of them. But Chandra Gola comes to town and brings Ojuchan in. Hey, jiggity-jig, it's Dominic the donkey. Jiggity-jig, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey, Dominic, what a
Dominic the Donkey by Lou Monte. And next up for Nigel Hall in the United Kingdom, Bob Rivers.
I'd like to find the guy who done you wrong and stuck my butt up on this Christmas tree. Who put the stomp in my rumpa-bumpa-bump? Who took and jammed it in my ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong? Who stood the wood where I poop-she-poop-she-poop? Who put the stick up my hip-did-did-did-did? Who was that man? He shoved it up my can and left me stranded on this Christmas tree. When this angel heard chop-a-bop-bop, chop-a-bop-bop, a dreadful fear went right into my heart. Those pine tree needles sting me. Ram-a-jam-a-ram-a-jammin' in my ding-dong. You'll never know how much that smarts. So who put the stomp in my rumpa-bumpa-bump? Who took and jammed it in my ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong? Who stood the wood where I poop-she-poop-she-poop? Who put the stick up my hip-did-did-did-did? Who took that bush and crammed it in my tush? He made this angel beg for mercy, please. Each night when I'm alone, scratchy, shoot, it sets my tiny bottom on the glow. And every time I wiggle, slip it in, a little further in it goes.
That's sure a beautiful angel.
What's the matter with the star? It's a pretty star. Ow! Ow! Oh, ow! Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, that's worse. Ow! Ointment, please.
Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. And all them stinking reindeer. Well, I believe in Santa Claus. Yeah, I believe that he's a prick. And though he comes but once a year, it's enough to make me sick. Him and his Christmas spirit are really a lot of bunk. I'll have to bust my ass for another year just to pay for all this junk. Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit. And all them stinking reindeer. Well, I believe in Santa, though he's got me in a mess. 'Cause I'm over the limit on my master charging my Visa and American Express. Well, I'm sweating and grieving about this money mess I'm in. He'll be up there sitting on his big fat ass until Christmas comes again. Oh, here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. And all them stinking reindeer. Oh, here comes Fatty with his ho-ho-hos. And there my money all goes. Like the punch him in his big red nose. And he wish he never came here. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with his a sack of shit and all them stinking reindeer.
Here's to all you mothers and fathers, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, anyone who's ever been pushed and shoved, kicked and beaten, scratched and clawed doing your last big Christmas shopping. Here's to everyone who's ever been sucked in by those crummy TV commercials that tell you if you don't spend $500 on your kids, you're a cheap slob. Here's to all those ruptured bank accounts and battered credit cards. You know it happens every time that fat little bastard in the red suit shows up. Here's to all of you. This is your song, so come on and let's get into the spirit.
Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit. Here comes Fatty with a sack of shit and all them stinking reindeer.
Well, I don't know what to say except it's Christmas and we're all in misery.
Oh, well, that's a wonderful attitude to have on Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas.
Yes, Merry Christmas. To Rudolph and the Gang, Here Comes Fatty Claus. That was for Phil Navarro in Crestline, California. And before that, Who Put the Stump by Bob Rivers. Next up for Fred Miller in Los Angeles, California, Alan Sherman and the 12 Gifts of Christmas.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a Japanese transistor radio.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
Green polka dot pajamas
and the Japanese transistor radio.
It's a Nakashima.
On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a calendar book with the name of my insurance man.
Green polka dot pajamas and the Japanese transistor radio.
It's the Mark IV model. That's the one that's discontinued.
On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a simulated alligator wallet.
Calendar book with the name of my insurance man. Green polka dot pajamas and the Japanese transistor radio.
And it comes in a leatherette case with holes in it, so you can listen right through the case.
On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a statue of a lady with a clock where her stomach ought to be.
A simulated alligator wallet, a calendar book with the name of my insurance man. Green polka dot pajamas and the Japanese transistor radio.
And it has a wire with a thing on one end that you can stick in your ear and a thing on the other end that you can't stick anywhere because it's bent.
On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a hammered aluminum nutcracker and all that other stuff.
And the Japanese transistor radio. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a pink satin pillow that says San Diego with fringe all around it and all that other stuff.
And the Japanese transistor radio. On the eighth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
an indoor plastic bird bath.
All that other stuff.
And the Japanese transistor radio.
On the ninth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a pair of teakwood shower clocks.
And the Japanese transistor radio. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
a chromium combination manicure scissors and cigarette lighter.
And the Japanese transistor radio. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
an automatic vegetable slicer that works when you see it on television, but not when you get it home.
And the Japanese transistor radio.
On the 12th day of Christmas, although it may seem strange, on the 12th day of Christmas, I'm going to exchange an automatic vegetable slicer that works when you see it on television, but not when you get it home.
Chromium combination manicure scissors and cigarette lighter.
Pair of teakwood shower clocks.
Indoor plastic bird bath.
Pink satin pillow that says San Diego with fringe all around it.
Hammered aluminum nutcracker.
Statue of a lady with a clock where her stomach ought to be.
Simulated alligator wallet.
Calendar book. My insurance man.
Green polka dot pajamas. And the Japanese transistor radio.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. 54 convertible to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that I haven't kissed. Next year I could be just as good if you check off my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really need, the deed to a platinum mine, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, and fill my stocking with a duplex and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa cutie, and hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought at Tiffany. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry. Tonight.
That, of course, was Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt for Robert Shields. Next up, Sherwin Linton, Santa Got a DWI for Randy Ripley in Blaine, Minnesota.
Santa won't be back next Christmas Eve. It sounds strange, I know, it's hard to believe, but the state patrol's watching everybody these days. He was beaming in the sky in his reindeer sleigh. So they radioed to every cop in the state, and it was only a matter of a minute's wait. When he landed on a housetop, there they were, yelling Santa to exhale in a breathalyzer. But Santa refused to take the breathalyzer test. In that case, buddy, you're under arrest. They frisked him where he landed on that little housetop, found a miniature bottle of a peppermint schnapps. Santa got a DWI for wheeling around in the sky. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. Oh, Santa got a DWI. He took Santa down to the county jail, gave him one phone call to raise 10,000 bail. By some strange note, Santa called me, said he needed 10 grand just to set himself free. I told him I'd get on it and do what I could do, but I can't make anyone believe my story is true. Just trying to help Santa, I don't mean no harm. Now they're trying to put me in the funny part. They get found in Santa's sleigh and his reindeer too, and they'll probably end up in the city zoo. And there won't be any Santa next Christmas Eve. I can't raise his mail, no one will believe. Santa got a DWI for there's a moral to the song, don't be mad at that. If you have a few nippers, better get you a cab. Don't ever try to drive if you can't walk, 'cause even old Santa ain't above the law. Santa got a DWI, weaving around in the sky. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. Whoa, Santa got a DWI. Santa got a DWI, weaving around in the sky. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. Whoa, Santa got a DWI. Everybody now, Santa got a DWI, weaving around in the sky. Believe me, I wouldn't lie. Whoa, Santa got a DWI. Yeah, Santa got a DWI. Whoa, Santa got a DWI. Yeah, Santa got a DWI.
Well, that brings us to the end of segment 1, and we'll be back with segment 2 right after this public service announcement.
Remember, hire the handicapped.
Oh. What's so funny about that? I cut that off because I wanted to say, I hope you're enjoying me driving on this side of the freeway. Normally I drive way over on the other side of the freeway, so this is a whole new perspective for you. Plus I'm driving a little bit slower because we're way ahead of the music here, so I gotta kind of time this out a little bit. So I'm actually doing the speed limit, but I'm doing it way over here where I'm not in anybody's way. Even though it's wide open freeway, people still think, oh, that's great, I'll just drive 95 anyway. Like this guy coming up, well, you probably won't see him, way over here on the left side of us. That guy there. Oh, and this other guy here. What's the hurry, guys? If you're that late on Christmas, I guess it doesn't matter. Check out these clouds, aren't they cool? Alright, back to the music.
And welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of tonight's podcast on Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Now's the time for you to kick back, put your feet up, and listen to a little story.
Wait a minute, was that Chad? I think that was Chad. I gotta hear that again. Merry Christmas, y'all.
And welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of tonight's podcast on Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Now's the time for you to kick back, put your feet up, and listen to a little story by Christine Lavin.
I was putting my niece Holly to bed. It was Christmas Eve. We had a long talk about Santa Claus, in whom she truly believes. But one thing she's not sure of. She looks at me with big brown eyes and says, "Every year we decorate a tree. Why, Aunt Teen? Why?" So I tell her it's a traditional part of every Christmas season, but that doesn't satisfy her. She wants a specific reason. Why a fir tree? Why the tinsel? Why that string of blinking lights? Unless you tell me, I won't sleep. I will lie awake all night. All right. Long ago and far away. Where, Aunt Teen? I don't know. A family moved into a house surrounded by drifts of snow. It was December 23rd. The living room was bare, so the daddy said, "I think by the fireplace, a tree would look good standing there." So they marched into the woods. It was freezing cold outside. They cut a great big fir tree down, 7 feet tall, 4 feet wide. They dragged the tree into their house and put it up in the living room and then smiled because the tree by the firelight chased away the gloom. That night, when they went to bed, the wind blew the front door open wide. It picked up that great big tree and carried it outside. It flew it through the yard and back into the woods and placed that tree smack dab upon the stump on which it stood. The morning of Christmas Eve, the family came downstairs. They could not find their fir tree. It just wasn't there. So they looked outside, and sure enough, they found their tree, and then they dragged it through the snowdrifts into their house again. But that night, the wind came back, blew open the front door. It picked up that great big tree and carried it out once more. On Christmas morning, in the living room, no fir tree could be found. The worried family went outside to take a look around. They recaptured that restless tree, same woods, same stump, same place. But they shook their heads in wonderment. This was a very strange case. They dragged the tree back to their house, and the dad said, "We must invent a lock to keep the tree from blowing off, or maybe glue it to a rock." But then the littlest daughter said, "Daddy, I've got an idea. What if we weigh it down with things so it will have to stay right here? But first, let's unwrap our presents." They did, and before too long a time, the living room was filled with toys, games, wrapping paper, and twine. "Let's hang our gifts on the tree," the littlest son then said. "That's my boy," the mother cried. "That's using your head." So they hung the toys and games and books and ribbons on the tree, cut wrapping paper in the shape of angels. It was a sight to see. That night, the family went to bed. The tree saw its reflection and knew its destiny was taking on a new direction. And when the wind blew the door open, the tree said, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm warm, I'm cozy, I'm all dressed up. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to be there." But the wind said, "You belong outside with all the other trees." "No, I don't. I'm special. Get lost, you big bad breeze." So the wind left sadly, closed the door, and blew off into the sky. I wondered if my niece Holly was asleep, but her eyes were still open wide, so I kept going. The next day, the family came downstairs and smiled at the sight of their beautifully decorated tree in the glowing firelight. And the tree could not take its eyes off the mirror on the wall. I told Holly, "That's why we decorate trees." And she said, "That's it? That's all? That's the story? I'm not sleeping yet. Tell me more. Tell me more." So then I think and I think and I think and I think and I say, "Okay, this is how it ends." For a week, the tree is all dressed up, but then the novelty wears thin. Christmas time is over. The new year comes rolling in, and even though the tree gets lots of drinks of cool, fresh water, the family starts ignoring it, even the littlest daughter. "I think it's time to take it down," the dad to Mommy said. "Soon its needles will fall out, and then it will be dead." So they took off all the decorations, and now the tree is bare. It doesn't like what it sees in the mirror. It's not happy standing there. That night, it calls out to the wind, "Oh, carry me back into the woods. I long to see the other trees and the ground on which I stood." The wind hears its call, comes roaring in, picks it up, blows it out the door. The next day, the family looks and looks, but the tree is gone forevermore. Which was lucky for the tree, for after searching all day, the family was cold and tired, and the dad had planned to chop the tree up and burn it in the fire. The wind had known that that would happen, so it blew into the room to rescue the tree from what could only be considered certain doom. And that is why, the week after New Year's, to this very day, you see old Christmas trees on every street corner. And what are they doing? They're running away. We put decorations on them to make them too heavy to run, because they know what's in store for them when their job is done. We chop them down, we drag them off, we dress them up, we sing them songs. Oh, Christmas tree, how did things go so wrong? I look, and my niece Holly is sleeping. That's good. She needs her rest. She didn't hear the ending of this story. That's probably for the best. But no! Her eyes pop open. Holly is awake. I heard what you said, Auntie. You've made a big mistake. Our tree won't be so sad like all those other ones. We'll take it to the nature center when Christmas time is done. The nature center recycles everything made of wood. They will turn our tree into mulch. Mulch is very good. It will help the little trees to grow big and strong. Holly's right. So that is how we will end this story song. Don't make your tree have to run away when Christmas time is through. If you help it return to its roots, it will in turn help you. And all the little growing trees will dream about the way they hope they will be decorated come next Christmas Day.
Join the Christmas Book Club. Our latest bestsellers are Murdered Trees Are Dying. St. Nicholas is the Pope. The red on Santa's clothes means he's a communist from the USSR. And reindeer can't fly. We still sell last year's bestsellers, which were An Old Man Running Around in His Red Long Johns is a Disgrace to Society. Stay off the sauce, Rudolph. And yes, Virginia, your dad is lying. These are our other Christmas books we sell for half price. CA, Christmas Carol Anonymous, tips to help you overcome being addicted to watching Christmas carols or other Christmas specials like It's a Wonderful Life. Part 2. Gosh, here's another book. Gosh, Santa, your clothes are really out of style. And here's the last one. And Santa's really working for the CIA. Send check or money order to Fly By Night Books, 1414 Rip You Off Street, Suckersville, Wisconsin. Or just send your credit card number and we'll send you all the books.
Now I have a blue Christmas without you. Oh, it feels so blue. You're just thinking about you. In the decorations of really red on a green Christmas tree. It won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue, it's snowflakes, it start falling. That's when those blue memories start calling. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up with your wife. But I'll have a blue Christmas. Oh, baby, I'll miss you. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas up with your wife. But I'll have a blue Christmas.
Seymour Swine and the Squealers, Blue Christmas. If you're wondering how you can request songs, there are several different ways. You can post a message on themadmusicarchive.com under the main forum. You can send an email to Wayne@themadmusicarchive.com, or you can call our new toll-free request line at 1-800-689-8312. That's 689-8312. And now for Steve Allen in Gig Harbor, Washington, Luke Ski.
What? Come on! Everybody come on and just throw your hands in the air. Everybody throw your hands in the air. Everybody just throw your hands in the air. Hogwarts in the house. Let me hear you say Ravenclaw. Ravenclaw. Say Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff. Say Slytherin. Slytherin. Scream. It was December 24th at Hogwarts School in the dark. When I see Hagrid chilling with his fang in the park, I approach with a present, a chocolate frog with daddy's leash. Oh my God, a three-headed dog. But then Caroline with Dumbledore in a hat, and Miss McGonagall disguised as a cat, nearly headless, naked, wearing Myrtle hat, a flat, telling stories about all the ghosts of Christmas past. I had to Gryffindor and Luke because I gotta finish Christmas shopping with my friend Harry Potter. The last gift he needed was Hermione. He took the Diagon to flying car with ease, so I chipped and cashed with Harry. The gift was hers, an invisibility cloak and matching purse. But when we got back, we finally completed the tree. We proceeded to be the living bogies for me. Ron is sure going to be in trouble with his parents when he gets back to his house. Whose house? Ron's house! It's Christmas time for Griffin's teens. Ron's eating candy cane flavored beans. Hermione pulls ornaments of greens. And Harry shoots his movies on big screens. Dudley, Aunt and Uncle get best regards. Heaven dropped off 3,000 Christmas cards. Voldemort is writing Santa at this hour, asking for Mortar's one ring of power. The books that we read are the books of rowling, except for Mr. Snape who just sits there scowling. Yeah, scowling.
Christmas, Harry.
Right.
Happy Christmas, Ron.
It's the Gryffindor.
Go presents, go presents.
Harry Potter.
Happy Christmas, Harry.
It's the Gryffindor.
Happy Christmas, Ron.
Okay.
Go presents, go presents.
It's the Gryffindor. It's so great, a brand new Nimbus 2004 broomstick for Quidditch. Draco's gift is a love of gold and a book from Tom Riddle that'll rule his soul. There's a matching sign just for me when a guest walks in from across the sea. Well, my name is Luke Ski, dementia artist for hire, and I'm a roast for chestnuts on a goblet of fire. From the muggles of the world, it's a message you hear. We wish you a fair white Christmas and Tranky New Year.
Sorry. I have to interrupt the heat miser and the... What is the other one? I forget. Came all the way down here because I can use my credit card on the pump here and I don't have to go inside and make some poor sucker who's stuck working Christmas do my transaction. Aren't I nice? Wish people would do that to me. Spilled gas on my hand, damn it. Now I'm all stinky. These guys got no paper towels. Ooh, it's cold out there. See that sign that says Polar Pop? Well, now the sun's in your eyes, but you were probably looking at it for like the last 5 minutes. That's what I felt like out there. I felt like a Polar Pop. But I like it. I like it better than the Heat Miser, all right?
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Tenderloin. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much. He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. Snow. He's Mr. Icicle. He's Mr. Tenderloin. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. He's too much. I never wanna know a day that's over 40 degrees. I'd rather have a 30 when he did find a set it free. He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. Snow. Right. He's Mr. Icicle. He's Mr. Tenderloin. Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. Too much. Too much. I'm Mr. Green Christmas. I'm Mr. Sun. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. 101. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever I touch starts to melt in my clutch. I'm too much. He's Mr. Green Christmas. He's Mr. Sun. He's Mr. Heat Blister. He's Mr. 101. They call me Heat Miser. Whatever
And that's Mr. Heat Miser from the animated show, The Year There Wasn't a Santa Claus. And I played that for Brian Pierce on Linwood, Washington. Before that, The Great Luke Ski and Christmas at Hogwarts. Some of you may recall a Patrick Swayze Christmas that we played last week from a movie called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. The opening song of that movie, called Hooray for Santa Claus, was an interesting bit, but I came across this one while I was doing a little research on the internet. I think you'll like this version. That was Hooray for Santa Claus by Senior Tonto's Christmas Band. And you can download that yourself from their website at seniortonto.com. And there's even an instrumental version that goes with it. Well, that brings us to the end of segment 2, and we'll be back with segment 3 right after this commercial.
You're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny f***ing Kaye.
Listen, you're an elf, and elves make toys. Now, get to work.
Shove it, fat ass.
Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho.
The party's going on. The party's bumping. Whoa, everybody's having a ball. Santa wants us to start working. Right. Bite me, Santa.
Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho.
Hey, we don't feel like working, Mr. Claus. No way. We just want to party, Santa Claus. We just made a batch of punch. Yeah, and we're having a liquid lunch.
Who let the elves out? Ho, ho, ho.
Bite me, Santa.
Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho. Why weren't you at elf practice? Who let the elves out? Ho, 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 ho.
John Moser and Who Let the Elves Out? Well, we're at the top 3 portion of our program, and here's number 3.
Chad, it's number 3, Chad! Number 3, Chad!
3.
Okay, Good Day is Christmas part of the album, and you can play this at your Christmas parties. or to yourself on Christmas Eve if there's nothing else to do.
Good day, eh?
Yeah.
In case you thought like I wasn't on this part.
Oh, I guarantee you'd be on. Okay, so good day. This is the Christmas part, and we're gonna tell you what to get your true love for Christmas.
Look out the window.
Where? What are you doing?
No.
What? Oh, that's a great way. North, and it's snowing because it's Christmas time. Hey, Hoser.
What?
Here's a quiz. Quiz for Duck.
Okay, I have my thinking toque on.
Yeah, right. What are the 12 days of Christmas? Just figure it out, right? Christmas is when?
The 25th.
Right, and what's the 24th? Christmas Eve, right? So
That's two.
2. And then what's after that?
Wrestling Day.
No.
Boxing Day, yeah.
That's 3.
I know.
Then what's after that? Nothing.
New Year's.
4. And what's
New Year's Eve.
5.
Okay.
Where do you get 12?
There's 2 Saturdays and Sundays in there. That's 4. That's 9. And 3 other days, which I believe are the mystery days.
Okay, now, this is our Christmas song, in case you don't know what to get somebody for Christmas.
There's lots of ideas in here, so listen and don't get stuck.
Okay.
By the way, that's me on the organ. You start.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me beer.
On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtlenecks
and a beer. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks
and a beer.
That should be more there, right? Fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
In a tree. See, you need more.
The 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back bacon,
3 French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
In a tree.
Okay, on the 6th of
Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 packs of 2 quarters,
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back
3
bacon,
French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
In a tree. Okay.
On the 7th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 packs of smoke,
6 packs of 2
5 golden toques,
4 pounds of back
3
bacon,
French toasts,
2 turtlenecks,
and a beer.
In a tree. This should just be the 2 days of Christmas. It's too hard for us. Go, Hoser.
Oh,
8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 comic books, 7 packs of smoke, 6 packs of 2 quarters, and a beer on
Okay, day 12.
Good day, and welcome to day 12.
Yeah.
And 2, 4 pounds of back bacon, 3 French toast, 2 turtlenecks, and a beer in a tree. When did you learn to do that? Of course. So like that's our song, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And good day.
Good day, everybody. Happy New Year. Okay, you know what you left out?
What?
Donuts. I told you
No.
to eat donuts.
Okay, the song's over.
But
Merry Christmas, everybody.
On the 12th day, you could
So,
go be a dozen donuts.
Go on to the stores and get some presents.
Like a good donut shop where if you buy a dozen, you get another for free. And that would have been 13 days of Christmas.
Next Christmas, get me a chainsaw. Boy, that song is a beauty. Move.
Yeah, I think it ranks up there with Stairway to Heaven.
What?
Bob and Doug McKenzie from the Great White North and the 12 Days of Christmas. And now, number 2.
Number 2.
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Ah, plug everybody.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Well, the meeting will come to order if please. Are all the advertising people represented here?
Everyone except Amalgamated Cheese.
Well, if they're not here with the Christmas pitch, I can't help them find new ways of tying their product into Christmas. That's why I'm chairman of this board. Let's hear it for me.
Here!
All right, Abercrombie, what are your people up to?
Oh, same thing as every year. 50,000 billboards showing Santa Claus pausing to refresh himself with our product.
Well, I think the public has come to expect that.
That's right. It's become tradition.
Fine. You there, Crass. I suppose your company's running the usual magazine ad showing cartons of your cigarettes peeking out of the top of Santa's sack?
Better than that. This year we have him smoking one. Mm-hmm. Yes. It got Santa a little more rugged, too. Both sleeves rolled up and a tattoo on each arm. One of them says, Merry Christmas.
Well, what does the other one say?
Less tars.
Great stuff.
But Mr. Scrooge.
Who are you?
Bob Cratchit, sir. I've got a little spice company over in East Orange, New Jersey. Do I have to tie my product into Christmas?
What do you mean?
Well, I was just going to send cards out showing the three wise men following the Star of Bethlehem.
I get it. And they're bearing your spices. No, that's perfect.
No product in it. I was just going to say, peace on earth, goodwill toward men. Period.
Well, that's a peculiar slogan.
Old hat, Cratchit. That went out with button shoes. You're a businessman? Christmas is something to take advantage of. A red and green bandwagon to jump on. A sentimental shot in the arm for sales. Listen.
Deck the halls with advertising, fa la 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 la. While you can be enterprising, fa la 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 la. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 bars of soap,
3 cans of peas,
2 breakfast foods, and some toothpaste on a pear tree. On the 5th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me
5 tubeless tires,
4 quarts of gin,
3 cigars,
2 cigarettes, and some hair tonic on a pear tree. Chestnuts roasting.
Say, Mother, as sure as there's an X in Christmas, you can be sure those are Tiny Tim chestnuts roasting. Tiny Tim chestnuts are full-bodied, longer-lasting. This visible shell protects the nut. Now with XK29 added for people who can't roast after every meal.
Tiny Tim, chestnuts all the way.
Tiny Tims roast hot like a chestnut hot. And they are mild.
Deck the halls with advertising, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the time for merchandising, fa la 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 la. Profit never needs a reason, fa la 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 la. Get the money, it's the season, fa la 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 la.
Words to live by, Cratchit.
For you, maybe. Can't you just wish someone a Merry Christmas for the pure joy of doing it?
Why? What's the percentage in that? Well, let me show you how to make Christmas work for you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And please buy our beer.
There you go, Cratchit. That's Christmas with a purpose.
I know, but wait a minute. Don't you guys make enough profit the other 11 months? Christmas comes but once a year.
Funny thing you should bring that up. That's exactly the point I was about to make. Hit it, boys. Christmas comes but once a year, so you better make hay while the snow is falling. Oh, that's opportunity calling you.
Rub your hands, December's here. What a wonderful time to be glad and merry.
Just so you're mercenary too.
Buy and add and show all the toys up on the shelf.
Just make sure that you get a plug in for yourself. A Christmas comes but once a year, so you better cash in while the spirit lingers. It's slipping through your fingers. Boy, don't you realize Christmas can be such a monetary joy?
Well, I guess you fellas will never change.
Why should we? Christmas has 2 S's in it, and they're both dollar signs.
Yeah, but they weren't there to begin with.
Huh?
The people keep hoping you'll remember, but you never do.
Remember what?
Whose birthday we're celebrating.
Well, don't get me wrong. The story of Christmas in its simplicity is a good thing. I buy that. It's just that we know a good thing when we see it.
But don't you realize Christmas has a significance, a meaning?
A sales curve. Wake up, Cratchit. It's later than you think.
I know, Mr. Scrooge. I know.
On the first day of Christmas, the advertising's there. With newspaper ads, billboards too, business Christmas cards,
and commercials on a pear tree.
Jingle here, jingle there, jingle all the way. Dashing through the snow in a 50-foot coupe. For the fields we go, selling all the way. Deck the halls with advertising, what's the use of compromising? La 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 la, la 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 la.
Stan Freberg and Green Christmas, our number 2 song this week. And for number 1...
Number 1!
This is the season. My name is Wednesday. My partner is Frank Jones. The chief is Captain Kellogg. December the 24th, Christmas Eve. They brought in a guy named Grudge. When I heard what they booked him on, my blood ran cold. It was a 409-6325-096-704. Not believing in Santa Claus. 4:35 p.m. I was working the holiday watch at a homicide with Frank.
Hang up your stocking yet, Joe?
Yeah, just before I come down. You too, Frank?
Always do. Hung it up early just in case I have to work late tonight. Wouldn't want to miss out when Santa Claus comes, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sure wouldn't. Be a shame.
What you gonna do tomorrow, Joe? What you gonna do on Christmas? You got any plans?
Nothing much.
Why don't you come by the house, Joe? We're gonna have Christmas dinner. You know, all the trimmings.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey, celery stuffing, oysters maybe, chestnuts.
Mm-hmm.
All the trimmings. Cranberry sauce. Love to have you.
Mm-hmm.
The missus always fixes a plate of relish with them little carrot sticks. You know, olives, pickles, scallions. Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. Did you ever notice that, Joe?
Ever notice what, Frank?
Well, most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
Mm-hmm. Scallions.
Anytime after 2, Joe. Love to have you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll see.
Love to have you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll see.
The missus always fixes a plate of relish with them carrot sticks. You know them little carrot sticks?
Mm-hmm.
Olives, pickles, scallions.
Mm-hmm. Let's not go through that again.
Love to have you. Go through what again, Joe?
How most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions.
Oh. You noticed that too, huh, Joe?
Homicide Wednesday. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
What's the matter, Joe? What's the matter, Joe?
Bringing a guy in on a 409-6325-096-704.
You mean?
Yeah. Guy don't believe in scallions. I mean, Santa Claus. 6:29 p.m. We questioned the guy who didn't believe in Santa Claus, a guy named Grudge. Says here your name's Grudge, is that right?
Yeah.
You said you didn't believe in Santa Claus?
It's hard to believe what you said. Did you really say that?
Sure I said it. How do you know there's a Santa Claus? You got a picture of him?
No mugshot.
Any fingerprints?
Mm-hmm. No latent prints. I just know that's all. It's like saying there isn't an Easter bunny.
That's another guy there ain't no of.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's your story, mister.
Joe, he just said that to make me feel bad, didn't he? There really is an Easter bunny, isn't there? Joe?
Listen, Grudge, didn't I pick you up 3 years ago in a 1492 for not believing in Columbus?
Yeah. I don't believe in Cleveland or Cincinnati either.
How about Toledo?
I ain't made up my mind yet about Toledo.
Okay, mister, I get the picture now. You don't believe in nothing, do you?
Nothing. And you want to know something else?
What's that?
I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk right out of this room. 'Cause you guys ain't got nothing on me. There ain't no law against not believing in Santa Claus.
There is in my book. Let me tell you something, mister. I'm gonna prove there's a Santa Claus if it takes me all night.
Yeah, pretty funny. The police department's got nothing else to do.
Let me straighten you out, buddy. This one's on Frank and me. Right, Frank? Right, Frank?
There really is an Easter bunny.
Isn't there, Joe? You know, hippity-hopping down the bunny trail?
I took Grudge over to the helicopter, got in, flew around the city for hours. I showed him department stores. What's hurrying in and out of those department stores, Grudge?
Happy people, but I ain't impressed.
I showed him stockings. How are those stockings hung, Grudge?
By the chimney with care, but I didn't hang none up.
I showed him children, nestled all snug in their beds. What's dancing in their heads, Grudge?
Visions of sugar plums, but you ain't selling me. There ain't no Santa Claus.
He still didn't believe. There was only one thing left to do. My job, get to the North Pole. 11:45 p.m. We arrived at the North Pole. I set the plane down. We walked over to Sandy's workshop. Rang the bell. Pardon me, sir. Can I ask you a few questions?
Why, sure. Just tickle me to death.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a brownie.
What are you doing at the North Pole with a southern accent?
Well, the boss sort of ran short on help this year, so he had to recruit a few of us brownies from the South Pole.
Mm-hmm. That figures.
What a waste of time.
Could we talk to your boss, please?
Oh, he's out. You would come on the one night he's out in the whole year.
Mm-hmm. What's your particular job, Mr. Brownie?
My boss has 8 tiny reindeer. My job, feed 'em.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. What do you feed him?
Well, most times I fix up a little plate of relish. Olives, pickles, and them carrot sticks. You know them little old carrot sticks?
Mm-hmm.
And scallions. Most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. How do you know?
Just a stab in the dark. The little man showed us through the workshop.
My boss will be back for the second load pretty soon. Say, would you all like to hear an interesting story?
Yes, sir.
Will you see that huge pile of presents over there?
Mm-hmm.
Man, look at all that stuff.
Would you believe it? They're all for the same man. Been piling up here year after year.
Why didn't the guy ever get him?
Yeah, why?
'Cause he didn't believe in my boss. You know the rules.
Mm-hmm. We know.
I don't suppose there's no chance that this guy can still...
Get the presents? Oh, sure. He gets them all. The minute he believes. But I don't suppose he ever will.
Too bad about that guy. What's his name?
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it.
Come on, Mr. Brownie. What's his name?
His name? Grudge.
The Brownie saw us at the door, wished us a Merry Christmas. We were heading back to the plane when it happened.
Hey!
Yeah, Grudge?
You know that guy I said I didn't believe in?
Who's that?
Santa Claus?
Yes, sir?
You think I'm too old to change my mind?
You're never too old, Mr. Grudge.
Well, then I believe in Santa Claus. And Columbus.
How about Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Easter Bunny?
Yeah, them too.
And Toledo?
I still ain't made up my mind yet about Toledo.
Look, Grudge. Up in the sky. He's coming back for the second load.
It's Santa Claus! It's Santa Claus!
There's the only guy I know can make everybody happy in one night.
Yeah, he must have the biggest heart in the whole world!
That's about the size of it.
How about that? A double shot of Stan Freberg, our number 1 and number 2 songs. Of course, number 1 was Christmas Dragnet, or Yulenet. And most folks call them green onions, but they're really scallions. Well, that's it for this week's show. We'll be back with another hour of mad music and silly stuff next week, which is New Year's Eve. And it'll be our Best of 2005 show, where we will be playing only requests of new recordings released in 2005. We've added a webpage under the features pull-down of the website, showing all the stuff that's been released in 2005. Feel free to request anything on that list. And until then, this is Captain Wayne reminding you to visit themadmusicarchive.com, where you can find out how to contact the artists we played this week, where to purchase your own copies of their works, and how to request songs and skits for the show. And remember, we have that 800 number, 1-800-689-8312. You can call and request songs. You can call and comment on the show. You can call and tell us how much we really sucked. It's really up to you. This show is copyright 2005, themadmusicarchive.com. A member of ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC, all rights reserved. See you next week.
We made it. I had to drive around a little, but we made it. So there you go. Our first Christmas together here on DJ Dashcam. Here, you want to see my bells? Here's check out my bells, man. All right, now bells. Okay, so until the day after Christmas, it's time to say deuces, peace out, peace on earth, goodwill toward men out, peace tea out, IBC root beer out, 10-4 over and out. What time is it? Let's see, I got 7:57 and out. But for Chad, this one time, it's going to be, wait for it, 333. All right now. 333 and out, Danny D. That's right, Chad. Merry Christmas. There's your 333. All right now, 333. Merry Christmas, y'all. Boy. Click.